No, there has not been.
Oh.
All right, hello everybody and welcome to the stream. I am Razim and this is Infinite Unknowns Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to turn it over to Ericlast for the recap.
Hello. Last we had our adventurers were invited to go explore this dungeon by a mage's guild and try to find another group of adventurers. They had set out to map the area. And they have, upon entering, they have found that there is basically a magical gateway that prevents them from returning the way they came. And they've come across a group of orcs who are exhausted and basically given up the fight and fought a small extraplanar creature. Basically a little flying tentacle monster that creates darkness. And that's where we ended.
We really didn't get much in last week.
Yeah. It's only kind of a half a session.
Yeah. We are still missing Wernimal, but...
When are we not missing?
We got Cookie in here finally.
Oh.
I am sorry about that. I had something I had to deal with IRL.
Okay. And no word from Kerr?
No.
Okay. That's unfortunate. I'll have to find out another way to hook a story plot and not using psionics. All right. Right, not having Wernimal in here is going to be a little bit of a problem because I was hoping to introduce his character.
Well, I mean... we could just do it as a... You know, we bring in Odd Socks' character, and he lets us know that there's somebody else held prisoner or something. I don't know.
All right. Odd Socks, does your character have a name?
Lord Fluffykins, Destroyer of All.
It's James Frost.
James Frost, okay. Mr. Frost.
I swear I will try not to make that joke repeatedly at your expense, Odd Socks.
One of these days, Razim, I will actually name the character that for you.
Pentex are the bad guys.
No, that's a reference to the last time he played Frost. Kerr actually suggested he be called Lord Fluffykins, Destroyer of All by us. Long story. We won't get into it. But, yeah.
That's a story for another time.
Exactly.
Now, we had this one.
Exactly. We got this brand new story. So,
all right,
take us there, or else I will have to kill you.
So, Mr. Frost, unlike the other groups, you were not hired by the Mages Guild. You were hired by a local church that have caught wind of a were-rat sorcerer who has taken his spot in the dungeon to summon extraplanar creatures to wreak havoc on the world. They gave you a tidy sum and some magical items. And upon returning with his head, another sum of 10,000 gold. Um,
Ha ha.
Joke.
they of course gave you a map to locate the area, and
We're gonna get
you
more
come
gold.
across. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh, that's right. I need to drop him on the map. Oh,
Also
no,
need
he's
to
already
share
here,
the
isn't he?
map.
Oh, I
Who?
need to share the map.
Who's not here?
I need to drop his character in here.
Yeah. He's the one with the fluffy white wolf.
Yes.
Oh wait, he didn't set an icon.
Yeah.
He needs to set an icon so I can drop his icon on the
Release his character for me. Clear the owner.
field. Okay. There we go. And then, how do I share this? The map to the whole people again?
You forgot?
I forgot how to use the one thing I've only used once
Alright,
before.
Clear his clear the owner again on him.
Alright.
You right click on the map and there's a share button.
Oh yeah. Pointers. View, layers, drawing, sharing. Share record. There we go. Now I will drop him on the field. Oh, right. I need to drop him in the... Come on. I have to drop him in the combat tracker first. And then drop him on the field. There he is. All right, Mr. Frost.
Oh yeah, there's an old character still in there too.
We can deal with that later.
We'll deal with it later.
Right.
So, you follow your map and you arrive just after the party arrives. You see a group of people just walking through this translucent field along the other side of the wall. This opaque translucent field. Basically, can't ping. Is there a ping? Oh.
You can draw an arrow, but you know,
Yeah.
we get the idea.
On the other side of the stone wall, there's wide open door in this translucent magical field that you just watched a couple people walk through. What do you do?
I guess I follow them. Well, curiously.
All right. Go ahead and move your character into the next room.
A wise decision.
I guess I can move your character into the next room.
Yeah.
All right.
You not able to move Odd Socks?
I'm still working on the character sheet.
Ah. You said you were going to be ready.
I underestimated how long it would take.
Do you have dark vision?
Let me check.
Nope.
Because if you don't, that's going to make this room very easy for me to explain.
It's black.
It is black.
Did you go with one of the standard races or make your own, or what did you do, Odd Socks?
Went with Skinwalker, well, Witch Wolf, the werewolf kin one. So got low light vision.
Yes, you see black. There is no light in here to give you light. So you may want to light a torch or pull out a I'm trying to say, I wanted to say glow rod, but I know that's not right.
Sunrod.
Sunrod. Pull out a sunrod or something, because you see nothing. But you do hear the screech of something dying and the sound of crystals hitting stone and in the room in a room near you, not too far away. You hear the sounds of a short fight. There's Rare Animal. And to join you on your quest to fight this Longtail, the sorcerer who threatens the area, you brought along a companion. Let me just drop his character in here.
Our community grows.
Did I lose audio, guys?
Oh, you're here.
Okay, cool.
You're perfectly fine. Though Wernimal did say that they're unable to talk and see, sadly.
Cannot talk in voice chat, sadly, at the moment. Okay. Rare Animal's a mute for now. He's got this on traveling here, he's caught a rare but non-contagious disease where his character can't talk.
But then how did he catch it?
Shh.
He ate something that didn't agree with him.
What did he eat? Acid?
A mushroom. Which one is oldest prophecy retold? No, that's Odd House.
I told you.
Piney Marten, that's right. He's Piney Marten.
I told you shouldn't have tried to eat that mushroom. I told you it was poisonous.
Oh, yeah. Wernimal, you haven't given us a name yet.
He's now Piney Marten forever. Oh, Terrence Freeman.
Oh, God. Not the Freeman.
Does Mr. Freeman have dark vision? Blink once for yes and twice for no.
Okay. Yeah, he's using in the Fantasy Grounds chat.
All right. So you actually see something. And you, of course, hear the short fight in the background. In the room right over, you do see the handful of orcs who have just given up on everything. They look completely exhausted.
Drained of all life.
And
Just
in the
like
door behind you see an open room, and you can kind of see, I don't know the range of your dark vision, but you might be able to make out somebody in there, but you definitely hear the sounds of a short fight in the room just beyond the orcs. And the orcs don't seem combative or anything. And the walls in this area are all just hewn stone. There's nothing really to make out other than the orcs in this room. So, do you guide your blind friend over to the battle, or does Frost, do you pull out a torch?
So is this after the battle or what?
It happens during your fight. So, they get in there just as you're finishing up the fight.
Ah, like through the doorway or?
Yeah, they go through the opaque doorway just as you finish up your fight.
Okay. So while dark vision is great and all, it's not perfect. So Razor is going to remove some little rats from his hands, and there will be light. Because I found this thing called fire ink, and basically I can use that to make permanent tattoos that produce a flickering flame-like glow.
Okay. So, Frost, Freeman, you both see it glowing beyond the door behind the orcs. You see somewhat into a basically empty stone room. What do you do? There's sounds of fighting coming from that room.
Well, they're dead now.
Yep.
Razor is currently looking into the other room to see if there's anything else, just for the record.
And the rest of the party, do you talk among each other? Do you poke at the corpse of...
I would like to do a craft check.
Okay. What's the craft check for?
Dismantling said dark mantle.
Okay, roll your craft check. Yeah, I think that's enough to...
Cookie, have you played Pathfinder before?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
because
I have.
You have to name the craft skill.
yeah, it's not just one skill check for any
That'd
type
be
of
like
craft.
survival or craft.
I didn't get into all the crafts yet.
But I'll let it go for now.
Yeah.
Skinning an animal isn't too...
Mm-hmm.
I think
Well,
you
for
could probably
skinning
try
and
that
stuff,
untrained.
isn't that survival?
It's so with Pathfinder, it's both. It's survival or craft. You could make up a craft for skinning an animal.
Fair.
My mind is going blank right now. What craft skill? You could think of a craft name.
Leatherworking?
Yeah, probably leatherworking
That
or
could...
butchery.
Cooking.
I thought butcher would be more profession.
Yeah, that would be more profession. I don't think you can really do crafting for skinning.
Okay. In that case, I will.
I don't know.
Well, take your 16 roll and whatever skill you wanted to use that on. So
Okay. I'll do
that's
it on-
enough to skin the dark mantle and get
Okay,
you
I'll
some
do
very
it on the
questionable
butchery.
meat.
I'll do it on the profession butchery,
Okay.
which is a +4.
Yeah, it's still enough. You get some very questionable meat.
Okay, so yeah, it would be under survival.
So that's
Not
probably
really
going to take him a
craft.
good 5-10 minutes.
I'm concerned about what you're trying to harvest from it, but Razor isn't paying attention. He's looking into the next room trying to see what's going on.
It's mostly as a making sure we have proof of what we killed.
All right. So you just explore the room.
Okay, so apparently in Pathfinder it depends on whether you're trying to harvest a trophy or harvest something else.
It's mostly for leather, possible meat that we could use as food
So,
later on,
leather and meat.
as
I'm
and as
finding
well
the
as
rules, leather and meat
as
is
a
up to
type
the
of
GM.
proof.
It's not in the game by default, but for trophies, there is a optional thing where you have to roll a knowledge based on the creature to identify the trophy, and then you have to roll survival or heal to get them off.
Okay. Okay, so apparently for harvesting a trophy, it would be a knowledge check to figure out what exactly, identify a trophy, but then heal or survival for harvesting it. But there are no specific rules for harvesting meat and leather, so that would be up to the DM.
I'd just let his 16 roll take for just harvesting meat and stuff. It's usually survival.
Yeah, usually it is. But I could see heal being good for it as well.
I could see heal, and I could also see a craft, like some kind of craft, like cooking or butchering. So I'll let you butcher it.
Okay.
But yeah, Odd Socks, you're being quiet. Veritable, you've got an excuse, but type out. You guys gotta... Oh, I see. Veritable, don't use the /me. Just post in the chat what you're doing, because it kind of blends in otherwise with the /me. Use asterisks.
And move your character up to the
Yeah, you guys can control
door
your
for the room, yeah.
characters.
You should be able to control your characters. If you can't control your characters, let us know.
I don't know how to enter this conversation. I just seem to be in a corner.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot you were here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've been here. I just don't seem to be involved in the current situation.
You were with the rest of the group, so I'm just gonna move you over to the rest of the group. You just didn't act.
Okay.
To be fair, we killed it before even Cookie could do anything, so...
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, that situation sure did happen. I guess I witnessed that.
Sorry.
Yeah, we killed a Dark Mantle and that was it.
Neat.
All right. So
Odd Socks, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, we've asked you what you're doing.
What? Oh.
So Werenimal, you're free to move your character up next to the door if that's what you're going to do.
Frost, who's, well, a wolf at the moment. Well, follows
The
turns.
map is showed with everyone else, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Random-
yeah, you need to reshare it. He wasn't in
I
here
need to
when you
reshare
did
it?
before.
Okay. Sharing.
Meanwhile, Razor is, like I said, looking around this other room, seeing if there's anything of note or other dangers.
You spot a closed door to the north and a lot of stone. The stone floor, the same stone walls and stone ceiling that seems to be making up the rest of this dungeon. And the smell of whatever that creature you just killed makes when it's dead and being carved apart. An orc
We
sweat.
can imagine unpleasant.
Yeah. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
Well, Razor's gonna turn around, probably see Nee in the middle of butchering, and he's like, I'm not sure that's actually edible. In fact, I'm fairly certain that is not edible.
So, Mr. Freeman, are you trying to sneak and peek in the door, or are you just walking up to the door and peeking in? Because if you're trying to sneak, I'll need a stealth check. Alright, roll your stealth. Everyone else, roll your perception.
Well.
He saw everything, including the trail of ants across the room.
Aha!
Did we lose?
Cookie, no response there?
Did he end up being edible?
We apparently lost Digi. Ah, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
No, that was me disconnecting and reconnecting because my internet is bad.
Oof. Alright.
Perhaps.
Did
it's
you
not
roll your
edible.
perception? Or did you?
I
you
did.
did. Okay. So, Cartesi is the only one to see this.
What do you mean?
Terrence rolled a 20
So?
for stealth.
Wait, no. Oh.
Ross is behind a wall.
For some reason, I was thinking Nee
No one has
was
line of-
Terrence, and I was like... I was very confused. Anyways, carry on.
So, Cartesia, you're the only one to see a little Marten peeking out with a gun drawn. What do you do?
Point over to it and demand, if you're trying to ambush me, you're rather lacking.
Terrence, you've been spotted. What is your response? Mr. Freeman?
Mr. Freeman.
Mr. Freeman?
Also,
Did we lose Ranimal?
No, he's got a type, so I don't know if he is or not.
Oh.
Read it off for the viewers and
Oh,
stuff,
right.
Airclast.
So Mr. Freeman responds as he lowers his gun and opens the door. Very perceptive you are.
indeed, so I am. I will assume you are not hostile then.
Mr. Frost, do you make yourself known, or do you just let your teammate walk into the door there?
Frost just watches him go in the door and wears a quizzical expression as he looks around the room.
Well, there
You
was
still
also
don't
the
have a torch out, do
possibility.
you, Frost?
No. Well, he's wolf form at the moment.
Well,
Hmm.
I do believe, Martin, it's generally courteous to introduce yourself first before inquiring on the situation and names of others.
Well, presuming Razor would be aware of this at this point.
Yeah, at this point, everyone's aware of the
I
gunman.
mean, she is talking out loud.
Well, hi there, and where did you come from?
Well, he came from the door, naturally.
Cue Jeopardy music.
For the record, Odd Socks, you would only gain low light vision, which means you would not be able to see in complete darkness.
You
Yeah,
see nothing.
But I'd be able to smell them.
Yes. Boy, do you smell a lot of stuff. You smell orc sweat, blood, viscera from whatever that thing came from. Damp stone, mold.
So, what do you know about what's going on here? I know we can't leave anymore, and we definitely didn't see you coming in, so where'd you come from? Actually, Razor's got sent as well.
I feel so bad for you guys later. There are some rooms that having scent is going to make things very awful for you.
Would I be able to... So I would probably be able to know that Frost is out there.
Razor would probably know, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to call out?
Oh, yeah. I was just waiting
What you
for
said?
Wernimal there. Actually, I don't think you explained why Wernimal was here.
Oh,
too.
yes.
Wernimal.
Wernimal, you were hired along with Frost to seek out a sorcerer named Longtail, a were-rat sorcerer named Longtail, who they believe is trying to summon otherworldly demons to infest the local area. So you were actually hired by a church from the small town that this group left from. And rather than having a guide, they had given you a map, and you arrived about just behind the party, although you haven't met the party before now. Fate works weird.
Do you believe yourself to be suffering from a condition, perhaps? Amnesia is not terribly common, but something may be intentionally muddling your memories.
And a quick question is there any good aligned people in the group?
I suppose me.
Razor is true neutral.
Okay.
I haven't decided that yet.
Decide faster.
But yeah.
Okay. Just Cartesia?
Seems like it.
I'm pretty sure Kerr's character now is also good aligned, but he's not here, so.
Okay.
Yeah, Frost is.
Frost is good aligned?
Yep.
Okay. While you guys are fighting,
Those that are good aligned,
Only
you are now dead.
only Cartesian Frost. You hear what sounds to be a large battle in the room south of you. The clashing of swords, clashing of shields, screams of battle. It's very loud and just south of you.
Pardon the discourtesy. I must
The rest of
investigate
the
something.
party doesn't seem to notice it.
She'll raise the hem of her gown slightly and give a short bow. Pardon the discourtesy. I must see to something.
Do you guys investigate?
Hold on. Are you leaving then, Digi?
She is.
Where are you going?
I'm investigating the noise.
So you just leave without the rest of us? Isn't that like
Pardon.
adventuring rule number 1?
I asked for pardon. It's rude to leave a conversation so suddenly, but my curiosity must be sated.
Curiosity over what?
The sounds.
Razor cannot hear it, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Only those of good alignment, so Frost hears it.
I don't know what sounds you're talking about, but there is nothing going on. Get back here. Nee, come on. The priest is going off without us.
Then you may accompany me, but it sounds like there are people whomst may need aid.
Frost to come shrug. Doesn't it? Animalistic shrug. And the wolf and follows the priest.
She's going to open the door.
All right. You open the door to... Basically, it's just another stone room like everything else in this dungeon. And this looks like it was used as a storage room, although you smell the basically rotted food from chests and...
I do want to point out real quick. Odd Socks. Your class does not let you sit in that form permanently.
No.
Does let him
My
sit in
race
that
does.
form for a long time.
My race lets me sit in it.
And
What?
if
You
I
went
may-
with Skinwalker?
Yeah, Skinwalker.
Alright.
May I do a
The
quick
werewolf
perform
kin.
check?
All right, so back to the description of the room. Sorry. So
I was gonna say before you do that, real quick. Do you mind if I do a quick perform check?
sure, go ahead, do the perform check. So you start singing.
Don't you know you never split the party? Clerics in the back.
So
Oh,
everyone,
gee.
Clerics in the
your bard
front.
start singing. The singing kind of echoes off the walls since there's so many empty walls here, making quite the noise. Yes, the room you open into, there's a lack of a battle in this room from what you were hearing before. a bunch of empty boxes, moldy food. In one of the corners, which seems to just kind of draw you to it, is a skeleton and a single rusty sword laying against it.
Well, that's... Now, I might be a charitable person, but I'm not that dense. Friends, to me, it seems that we have an encounter.
I don't know. You seem to be pretty dense since you decided to leave without us.
Just to investigate a room. I have plenty of time to close the door and leave. But if you're unwilling to assist me, then I suppose I'll keep venturing then.
Did you not hear my song?
Yes, and so I'm offering you the option to follow along with your song and accompany me.
But don't you know you never split the party?
Well, it would be your choice if the party is split now, wouldn't it?
No, because you're the one that would be leaving.
I'm venturing forth to follow a sound that only I appear to be hearing.
So do you go into the room?
Apparently,
She's
yes.
waiting to see if the rest of the party is going to follow her before she commits this.
So, but before you wander off again, I'd like to ask. So you're saying that you are hearing this form of sound that we're not able to comprehend or hear,
Yes.
and that you're the only person who's capable of it right now?
And
That
as you
seems to
after
be
you
the
open that
case.
door, the sound of battles and stuff basically died.
Yes.
Are you
I've looked in this room. The source of the sound seems to have
There is something that
vanished,
seems to be drawing you towards that skeleton.
but
Is there any?
that skeleton is... Well, I can't quite say why, but I'm drawn to it. So,
I'm very sorry.
methinks I'm being compelled to lay it to rest.
I am very, very sorry to say this, but do you by chance need to get your head checked?
You're not the first to say that.
Frost
And
also
I doubt
has
you'll
it
be the
down. He
last.
also
However, if you believe I'm crazy, then no big loss.
I mean, Frost may hear it, but he's not telling us so. So, as far as we know, it's only the cleric.
Frost is... He's got his ears focused on it. And a serious expression on his face.
Cartasia shall produce her steer and say, well, I suppose, with that being the case,
This is totally a trap.
perhaps, but if it is not,
Oh no, it's definitely a
I'm-
trap.
I really don't want to have to bury a cleric down here.
it's gonna be really
Well-
hard to bury somebody down here.
yes,
You
quite.
gotta get a pickaxe and mine through the stone.
I have a pickaxe.
Well, I am curious as to why only me. Perhaps I can lay this spirit to rest, if it is a spirit.
So as you enter the room, the desire to go closer. It's almost a compulsion, but not quite. You feel you could pull away if you wanted to, and it's you now feel this desire to pick up the sword.
Ah, it's the item. So it's the sword that calls me.
And it's probably cursed. Sparks, stop her. And he will get in your way.
I accept this action.
You really should not be just going in here just because some freaking sword on the floor decides, hey, come over here. It'll be fun. That's it. That is, classic side of a trap.
Oh, yes, this is very clear. I was only curious because I assumed I was being drawn to the skeleton, you see. If there was some spirit in aid that needed my assistance passing on, I would certainly offer my assistance. Being that it's the weapon, however, I am less inclined.
One moment. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. Actually, I guess there's no point, because there would definitely be magic. I just realized I don't
Detect Magic?
Might as well. I know there's magic, but does it tell me anything else? Okay, so a few rounds and I can start seeing the strength and location of each. So it does get better.
You do have to get... What is it? What's the range on Detect Magic?
60 feet.
Oh, yeah, you're within. It is blindingly bright. If you tend to only see this off of artifacts.
Well, this is definitely an artifact of some kind.
An artifact?
In fact, give me a will save. Yeah, Razor, you're dazed for a couple of rounds. It is that bright. So everyone, you see Razor, wave his hand to do his detect magic, and he just kind of recoils from how bright the sword glows in the arcane.
Artasia shall cast guidance on Razor to help him snap out of it.
It only lasts a few seconds.
Well, yes, but he seems to have been assaulted by something, so assistance is due when assistance is wanted.
Alright, well, he'll shake it off, and, isn't there a way to identify things without needing identify itself? Because I'm pretty sure identify just gives a bonus.
Appraise?
No, it would be, spellcraft. And it does require that I'm using detect magic during it. Okay. Alright, well, just on the off chance, let me go see if I can figure out what this thing is.
You're reprimanding me, and now you're investigating
I'm not
it?
touching it.
You really wouldn't want to touch this.
Well, he's not going
A
to touch it.
non-good person would not want to touch this. Not a
Damn
level
good
1.
thing that I wasn't going to touch it. Well, I have no idea what it is, but it's definitely magical, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say we're good here.
Oh, well then. I suppose we should leave then.
So as you're starting to leave the door, a creature pops up. And I need to get a picture of it. It is a brilliant gold, almost like a lamp. Just kind of appears out of nowhere in front of the group.
I mean,
Where?
Cartesius said this, but Cartesius.
Where exactly is this popping up?
Just in the room next to all the orcs.
Oh, the hallway area. Okay.
In the hallway area.
Oh, I've seen these. I've heard about these things before. What the hell did I?
Just
Why
roll
did I
your
hear about that?
knowledge of the planes to figure out what this is.
Okay. Yeah, I got no idea. Not level 3.
Oh my god, these rolls today.
I know, right?
This creature of brilliant light that you guys don't seem to know what it is, but it looks kind of celestial. Just
What are
goes-
you? Who are you?
I'm the lantern anchor of the dungeon. We've been here since the creation of it.
The dungeon?
In that room lies one of the fighters that helped store the creatures that inhabit this place. We can't force you to pick up the blade. But it it may aid you to take it, and then it disappears.
So now we've got a glowing lantern that is telling us to touch it.
Yeah, you see, when Cartesius said, "All right, let's leave," and you left, she didn't.
Ah.
I believe that
You have been duped.
So, Cartesia, what do you do?
Well, she's going over to pick up the sword.
Upon
and that's
picking
why
up,
and that's why I didn't roll planes, because she didn't enter the hallway to see it.
upon picking up the sword, all the rust sheds off of it. It's a hilt of gold,
Oh,
pure steel. You can feel kind of an intelligence behind it. The sword, for being a bastard sword, is very light, as though you could finesse it as easily as a rapier.
gracious me. Gracious.
And it seems to impart some knowledge on you. You see brief memories into the past of the battles the fighter had fought, and a creature that lurks deep in the depths of the dungeon. Just after images in your mind. And the
I
sword
see.
itself seems to desire to go deeper, to finally vanquish the beasts that are inside.
I accept this quest. Something that would do harm unto others must be brought to rest.
So right now, the stats for the sword, it's a +1 bastard sword. It is a legend, a weapon of legacy, so it will level up with you.
Ah.
And it gives you its proficiency and counts itself as a finesse weapon if need be.
She'll
And
give
it
a
is an
few
intelligent
practice
item.
swings.
So, but while you continue to do as the sword wishes, it won't fight you. It doesn't speak. It just kind of
You can
gives you emotions. You can
You
feel
can-
the emotions of the sword.
right. She's glancing around for a sheath. She's
You can probably pick one of the ones off of the orcs.
Yep.
Just
shake.
shake.
This will do. Well, I believe that went well.
But right now,
Alright,
it's just
so since we've gotten that straightened out, why don't you all come in here and let's figure this out.
Back to what we were doing.
I'm talking to you two as well. Mr. Marten, and bring your pet too.
Frost just growls at Razor.
You have a lot of friends, don't you, Razor?
Oh, I have plenty of friends. They come to my aid whenever I call.
Those aren't friends, that's indentured. You know, never.
Sparkfear is my friend.
Truly.
So hi there, I'm Razor, and who are you? And he's clearly directing this at the Pine Marten.
looks like the Pine Marten is typing. I'm guessing you guys are using sparks as a campfire.
No. Why would we use sparks as a campfire?
You said he had the, or was it Razor that has the tattoos that look like?
Razor has the tattoos.
Okay.
I can see you whispering over there. You're gonna need to speak up a bit.
Pardon. Pray forgive the discourtesy of my rude compatriot.
And the Marten just responds with, "Oh, what?"
You two are
I'm-
partners and companions and equals. She will say, looking back at Razor.
Frost shrugs at Freeman. Well, to what he whispered.
So I'm Razor, and you are?
Looks like Wernimal is typing. He's Freeman. Terrence Freeman. Mr. Freeman. I'm not going to be able to stop that joke.
A pleasure. My name is Cartasia. Enchanté.
Well, nice to meet you. Like I said, I'm Razor. This here is Sparks. The surprisingly quiet one over there with the instrument, that's Nee.
They ever
Just
stop their
here for a good
performance, or are they
story.
still there singing?
Oh, I stopped my performance when we were discussing about the sword. And what do you mean, surprisingly quiet one?
I mean, you've been sitting there not saying anything.
Well, you guys are talking. It'd be rude to interrupt, wouldn't it?
You know, you are the
His
strangest
point
bard
is
I've ever
valid.
met.
What, one of courtesy?
I mean, one that doesn't just sit there and demand all attention.
You have quite the interesting set of stereotypes there, Razor.
I'm not quite sure what you mean there.
It seems that you have an amount of preconceived notions about people judging by their profession.
I mean, if they're not gonna talk, then yeah, I'm gonna say that they're quiet. Is that
No.
wrong?
My meaning was you were expecting him to behave differently before getting to know him.
No.
Well, we haven't really known each other very long, so I guess this is all based on his first impression of me. Not really interacting with everybody unless, everybody's quiet.
Perhaps.
So, anyways, Terrence, who's your pet there?
Tappity tap 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 tap.
I must say, this man has come to meet a terrible fate, not able to actually speak.
Terrence says his pet there is Frost.
Well, nice to meet both of you. So, are
Frost
you guys...
just-
Sorry.
Frost just glares and gestures that he's not a pet.
And how are you doing that?
He growls. At the
Okay.
appropriate moment.
Growling just kind of means you're unfriendly.
Note to self, don't try to pet that thing.
Yeah, he really
Just-
doesn't seem friendly. I hope he won't bite us.
You just gotta let it sniff your hand.
More than likely, it's going to try and eat my fingers if I do.
Just let
I've
him
got-
sniff your hand.
So,
I've got the well, speak with animals as a spell-like ability. So can I communicate with Sparks as a wolf?
Sparks is not an animal.
Right, so that won't work.
I will take your word for it, Terrence, and I'm not sure I believe you, but sure.
All right,
So-
now that everyone's introduced, what do you do?
Are you guys down here for the same reason we are? We were given a quest from the, what was it? He's looking over at Nee. The Mages Guild or something?
Yes, it was from the Mages Guild. They gave us quite a hefty sum. And even promised us
I
a lot more.
I would like to say that, yeah. They gave us some money and promised us a huge amount more.
I'm sure if you would, if you're not here for that quest, then there's a good possibility of us hiring you on the promises of
A magnanimous dispensation.
can you get back?
And Terrence, you were not hired by the Mages Guild. You were hired by the local church from the town just a week south from the dungeon to search and eradicate a were-rat sorcerer who was threatening the area.
Great timing on that, Toshime. Thank you so much for that donation. The donation goal has been completed.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Yay.
Thank you, Toshime.
Joke.
Слушай. Твоя?
I just realized we had 40 people in here. Wow.
Слушай.
This is already better. This is already
Oh,
going
yeah?
better than my games.
We had a very big raid earlier. Most of them are lurking,
Твоя?
which is more than okay.
Oh, you would like to be part of our quest too?
Well, basically, we were sent in here to find some people that went missing. The pay is really good, you know.
It is.
I'm sure we can promise you a very good livable wage for you. Let's say
Joke.
10,000 gold. And for your friend over here, I'm sure quite a large amount of meat would be more than enough to pay for his services as well.
Frost pauses for a moment, then decides to shift to his human form. No, gold will suffice.
Huh. Well, how about that?
First time
Oh!
I've seen something like that happen.
Do you have an Eidolon too? How'd you teach yours to do that? And he's looking at Terrence.
I'm not a pet.
Well, no. I mean, if you're an Eidolon, then you're definitely not a pet.
I'm not an Eidolon either.
Oh. Well, what are you?
Witch wolf. There's a basically, I'm human, but I've got werewolves somewhere in my bloodline. On my father's side.
Well, in that case, since you are capable of using currency, 10,000 gold apiece. Will that suffice for your employment?
That will suffice.
Very good. Would you like me to write you a contract?
Seems
Ooh.
Mr. Freeman agrees to it as well.
Oh,
Yes.
you may take some from mine as well. It seems only fair.
In that case, real quick, I might not have any parchment, but I do have canvas. So, I will sit down, pull out the 9 square yards of canvas, and I will cut out 2 2-foot sections of it. I will dip my claw in a little vial of oil and start trying to scrawl out the contract. Making sure to basically duplicate the both of them, changing the name of each one, and then having the total amount for each person at the bottom. Drawing a little line for my signature, drawing another little line for their signature, and then signing on my line and offering them their piece of canvas to use or to write down their signature. If you would please sign here on this line.
Frost takes a quick look at the contract, then shrugs and signs it.
Excellent! Thank you for signing your soul over to us. We promise to only sell it off in the most dire of circumstances.
And Arcalest, if possible, I will send you a DM later detailing all that was in those contracts.
All right, that's fair.
Oh God, you're actually gonna go. What kind of horrible things are you going to sneak in there?
If upon death, stuff like if upon death, half of total amount shall be bequeathed to next of kin as bereavement. But all possessions are now considered the contractors. You know, little things like that.
So now that Mr. Freeman and Mr. Frost have both become obliged to the party, what do you guys do?
Cortagio shall reach out and place a hand on the contract, saying, "As cleric of Serenray, I act as witness for this contract signing. Should something happen that were to invalidate this contract, I shall act as your creditor instead."
All right, well, we are definitely wasting a lot of time, and we cannot get back out of here, so I'd kind of say we should go ahead and move on and try to find our way through.
Okay.
I do agree.
I say this way, and he starts moving north.
All right.
He'll wait for
So then-
everybody to either come with him or not, and then open the door on the other end.
All right. So you open the door?
Well, on second thought...
You said that with a lot of enthusiasm.
Sure you want to open that door?
Yes, he will open the door.
If
All right.
I was about to say, if I may, can I check for traps?
No, you already opened the door.
Too late.
And I get to roll.
Damage.
So you set off a razor wire trap. It gets to attack you. What is your AC?
18.
So you're hit by a razor wire trap.
Aww. My own people hit me.
And you're dealt 8 damage.
Ah! I have 1 HP left.
Would you care for some assistance?
Um,
No, I'm just going to apply this.
I believe that we should.
I would appreciate that. I need to step away for just a sec.
I believe that from now on, I believe we should start checking for traps before opening doors willy-nilly.
So yeah, the rest of the party, you see Razor open the door and nearly get eviscerated by a razor trap wire. A razor wire trap that just snaps and slices him.
Yes, that was...
Probably made a lot of noise too.
Is the razor wire still going?
No, that
It was just spring release?
there's no reset. Yeah, it's spring release.
Okay. In that case, I am going to go over to it and use a... could I do a disabled device check to be able to dismantle it?
Yes.
Okay. Then I shall do that.
And yes, you successfully disabled it. Successfully dismantle the razor wire trap.
Okay. Going to add the razor wire to my inventory.
There, that should help.
And now he's back at full health. I think he said he had to be away for a moment.
Yes, I recall.
How many individual strands of razor wire is there? Or
I think it's just a single.
just a single one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
So yeah, Razor would have kind of given a yelp and fallen back from that. Well, thank you for the help. Yeah, why don't you open the doors from now on? I'm okay with that.
Good.
All right.
My.
I think it would be best to not open any door we see in this place because we never know what is or isn't trapped. And
So
that is one reason why you guys brought me here, right?
So you open to mostly empty room, and you. I need a perception check from everyone who walks into that room.
That would be me at least, since I took apart the trap.
Artesia would also enter.
And this, of course, like most of the dungeon, is a completely dark, unlit stone room.
But Razor is glowing, so...
And I got 60-foot dark vision.
All right.
What a coincidence. I too have dark vision.
So it looks like Nee and Cartesia. Yeah, you both hear the sound of the squeaking sound of rats beyond the door.
How loud are they? Just little chirps, or are they more guttural?
A little bit more guttural, and while they sound like rats, there's something off with how they sound.
Well, it sounds
They're
like in the
like they're
next
not
room-
normal rats.
Sounds like in the next room we have a possibility of having to fight something. Should we prepare ourselves for combat before we open the next door?
That is up for you, to you guys.
Well, I
Well,
am certainly hearing the sound of mice, so perhaps it would be in our best interest to prepare for something beyond these doors.
that would certainly sound like a good idea. Well, Razor's gonna cast Mage Armor on himself. And I believe it also applies to Sparks. Yep. Alright.
I can do some
Yeah.
editing here.
If everybody's okay with it. I do have some caltrops we can use.
Definitely would be useful, but we'd have to actually get them to come in here.
True. However, I could wrap some of them up in the canvas and throw that in, kind of like a makeshift caltrop bomb.
Razor is going to throw caltrops at the DM.
Okay, DM takes 2 damage.
I just threw a bunch of D4s in the tower.
So how do you do multiple dice?
Click and hold with the left mouse button the dice you want, and then begin to right click.
Oh. So like this.
Yes.
Cool.
Alternatively, you can right-click on it from the get-go, and you've got a few preset quantities.
Alright, so you guys are preparing for battle in the Dockstone room?
Well, I don't have terribly many of these spells, but I suppose if someone would wish for me to enhance their weapon, I'm perfectly able.
Sadly, the best that I got when it comes to weaponry is just a piece of canvas that I made into a makeshift sap. Or sling, sorry.
Alright. So everyone's doing their thing?
Well, I have
Yeah,
no
as more
idea if the
people
other
pile
two are
into
going to
the-
do anything.
As more people pile into the room, you start hearing scratching against the door to the north, and more of the squeaking of rats.
Well, Cartasia is asking if anyone would care to have their weapons enhanced for us for a time being.
Sure.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah.
Bye, Frost. Frost.
So-
Bifrost.
Frost must go. His
So-
people need him.
Knee and Razor.
I guess so.
All right.
Right.
And
Can
Terrax.
what exactly does this spell do?
It brings the weapon to the weapon gains a +1 bonus.
Check the details. Can it be applied to an already magical weapon?
It cannot.
Okay.
It brings it up to masterwork level for the duration of it.
Oh. So it's just bringing it up to master. In that case, save your spell slot. Razor can't use it. Terrans can't use it. I don't know about the others, but
Mine's just a makeshift sling, so
Well, I can still do something to your makeshift sling.
and if you would want to. Though I don't exactly have any ammo except for possibly a caltrop. That is, if it doesn't poke through it.
Well then, I believe I have picked the wrong spell. I didn't realize everyone was so weapon-oriented. I would have prepared my shield of faith instead.
No. I'm more of the support role.
Well, seeing as how I have this, and she shall unsheath the bastard sword, I suppose I won't exactly be in need.
And you do feel a desire from the sword to fight whatever's beyond that door.
Yes, and it agrees.
Hmm. I am going to ready up a spell
Okay.
to make sure that I'll be able to cast it as soon as my turn comes
All right.
without having too much worry.
So is there a way to refresh initiative on the combat tracker? Or just hit the...
So first off, there in the menu, there's some options that you can use.
Okay. Rest. Oh, okay. Do I just hit initiative?
First off, you need to remove the old character from the combat tracker there. The one with the axe as an icon.
There
And
you
you
go.
probably might as well have removed the orcs unless you're planning to have them attack us at some point. Spoilers.
Does that
I
also
know,
remove
but-
them from the map?
Yeah. But we
I'll
can
keep 'em on there
remember
for
where
now.
they are.
Oh, yeah, true. And there are 5 orcs. 5 orcs. Room 2. All right. And the combat tracker. Delete, confirm. Delete, confirm. Delete, confirm.
There's a option through the menu to remove all hostile,
Oh, okay.
but you're already done, so.
All right. And then... What, do I hit rest?
No, we'll just get new. Our initiative will be replaced when we roll.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Who opens the door?
before that, I would like to do a perception check on said door to make sure that it is not trapped.
All right, roll your perception check.
Not the best,
As
but
far as you can tell, this door is not trapped.
okay.
You do hear lots of scratching and rat noises on the other side of the door.
Okay.
Razor's there, doubling up on the mage armor.
Which way does are the hinges? Are the hinges on my side or the other side?
It opens outward.
Okay. So in
No.
that case,
Sorry.
I know this sounds very stupid for me to do, so I will suggest it to somebody else. Somebody who's quite strong. Is there a possibility that you might see if you can hit something on the other side of the
Frost,
door
if
with it?
you want to do your transformation, you can spend a round before this to do your transformation. So I know that takes a little while.
Sorry,
Yeah.
did you call for strength, perhaps?
Yes.
Yeah, Frost.
I just need you to open this door very hard and very fast.
I shall endeavor to do my best.
Thank you. In that case, I have a little something to help you out. Let me see.
All right, is everyone in their positions?
And I will do Inspire Courage.
Tasia shall cast guidance on herself.
Everyone in the party gets a +1 morale bonus to saves against charm, fear, and a competence bonus on attacks and weapon damage. At your leisure.
So everyone gets that?
Yes.
And how long does it last?
Let's see. A first level bard can use his performance to inspire courage on his allies, including himself, bolstering them against fear and improving their combat abilities. It does not say duration on the class feature.
Where do I put
I
morale?
guess it's just it probably is just remember to add that manually.
Okay.
I don't think it sounds like it might be kind of like Bardic Inspiration from 5th edition then, where, you use it and it's gone.
Okay.
So anyways, let's do this.
Cartasia shall endeavor to do her best to
All right.
smash this door outwards.
Roll a strength check. Or an attack. Oh yeah, you smash that door. And initiative as after you smash the door wide open, a swarm of rats come piling out. And they are fiendish rats.
Initiative.
Frost, I think we're still waiting on you to do your initiative roll.
Odd socks?
There he is. Saizu isn't here. So, that's everyone. Wait. Razor, Sparks is supposed to go on your turn.
So? Maybe I want...
Alright.
Maybe I want to go on his turn.
Razor, you're first.
Alright, Razor's gonna come over here and activate his Elemental Assault and extend his sword. Kadachi! Woo!
Is that a crit threat?
Yeah.
Except, you can't crit a swarm.
Oh.
You do hit, so roll your damage.
I am sad fire pup now.
You're gonna kill one of those members of the swarm really, really, really good.
Well, let me clear the crit then. There's that. And that.
So you sweep through and cleave through several of the rats.
For those that have played Fire Emblem Three Houses, basically his sword is very similar to the sword of the creator.
Also, it seems that your fire didn't do any extra damage to it. These are
Last
fiendish rats.
infernal.
Oh, yeah. Right. I forget. Did I actually pick up Reach? No, I did not. Well, I guess Sparks will move up to here. Actually, can he squeeze into this spot here?
Yeah, you can squeeze into there.
Yay! So then, a bite, a claw, a claw. I was going to say if that was another 7. Well, did that hit? Or
Let's see. Well, yes, the 21 hits the claw.
yeah.
You see the 10 hit.
And do remember that you get a +1 to damage.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, what's his minimum damage? Because he probably just finished it off.
Well, with the claws, if he did not hit with the bite and the first claw, then the only thing he would do would be 3, well, 4 would be the minimum.
Okay, so yeah, roll for your damage, because you didn't hit with the first 2.
Ah. Are they immune? Are they immune to the bleed effect as well?
They are not immune to the bleed, but with that you disperse the swarm.
Oh yay!
Of course, being level 1, it's really hard to get encounters that are leveled correctly.
Level 1, it's hard to have encounters that are challenging, but won't immediately annihilate us.
And remember, you're only on their second roll of the second, basically your third room of the dungeon too. There's
Well.
100. In this section of the dungeon, there's 150 rooms.
Well, I must say, I was expecting more somehow.
So with that, you
Well, I
scattered...
guess you doing that whole thing with the door must have helped. Probably squished a few of them.
Perhaps.
Alright, I need perception checks from everyone. All right. So, let's see who am I.
Forgetting
Seems like
about Sparks.
Everyone but Frost. You're fighting from the hallway you were from before, where the orcs were.
Apparently we've got an attack going on those non-hostile orcs. Should we go check it out?
Oh, something's happening to the orcs?
Everybody except Frost heard it, so...
What does the party do?
Well,
Go ahead. Head on over.
if there are innocents in trouble, we must investigate.
I mean, they were bloody and stuff. I'm not sure we'd call them innocent at all.
Perhaps they encountered another creature. Simply because there's blood on them, we shouldn't assume so swiftly.
Yes, we don't know whose blood that was.
You goody two-shoes are gonna get us killed.
Who says I'm good?
Are you two coming? You know, I like Terrence's suggestion. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and try sneaking up and see what's going on? You two, Cartesia, Nee, stay back here. Let's be a little bit wiser about this.
I accept
That
this
I'm not a
proposal.
sneaky person.
What was that?
Who says
Trust
I'm not
it.
a sneaky person? Before I was a bard, I was, well, not exactly the best kind of person. So, perhaps and if I
Alright.
can, mind if I do a stealth check?
So yeah, whoever's sneaking the peek in, do your stealth check.
Frost has apparently...
Oh.
He's apparently escaped the dungeon. He went through the wall.
Having trouble with push to talk.
You are not spotted as you peek in, but as you peek in, you see 4 moderately sized tentacled beasts sucking the last remnants of life out of the orcs that were once here. It seems the orcs have all been slain.
And you did say it's pitch black in there, correct?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I will go ahead Let's see if I might be able to find them. With some dancing lights right in front of their face.
Alright. Let me see what Dancing Lights does. Does that require a save?
Doesn't exactly create a save. Depending on the version selected, you can create up to 4 lights that resemble lanterns or torches, and cast that amount of light, or up to 1 glowing sphere of light, which looks like a will-o-wisp. It creates a 10-foot radius of light.
Is that what you want to use your surprise round on? Casting light on the dark mantles?
Well, it will help at least make it to where that we are lit, that they're lit up enough for anybody to help attack them.
Okay.
So yes.
Terrence, you have a surprise round 2. What do you do? Before you are the bodies of the orcs you just saw, and 4 tentacled creatures sucking them dry.
And while he's typing, I am going to make it look like a glowing sphere of light instead of a torch or anything like that, since I get to pick what type.
Okay. So you're gonna throw an alchemist fire at one of them? Alright, roll your attack.
And do remember you get a +1.
All right, so we're throwing. He's throwing that alchemist fire.
So that would be your D20 plus your dex, if it's not letting you.
If you go into combat, you should be able to do ranged attack. If you'll grab where it says like total range, grab that, throw that in the chat. I made my own little campaign the other night to try and test out how...
Okay, you are really quiet.
Sorry. Okay, this is better?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I did was I created my own little campaign the other night, so I can start looking at more of the player and DM aspects of the game, of this system, since I don't really know a whole lot about Fantasy Grounds. And I learned quite a bit on my little self-teaching there.
Oh yeah, there's a lot in here that you can do. But right now we're waiting on Werenimal to do his attack.
Yeah. And I was
Yep.
saying that if he goes to his combat tab in his character sheet, he could grab where it says ranged total. Grab that and throw that in the chat box.
Wernimal, we need you to communicate, please.
I hope IRL didn't get involved.
Okay. Go to the combat tab on your character sheet. Down at the bottom, you'll see the bottom left, you'll see melee, ranged, and CMB. In the box that says total, the one that is next to ranged, but under the total, click and drag that and drop it into the chat.
So 7 against their touch. You miss. Wait, wasn't there a reroll allowed? Are you gonna let him use that reroll?
They do get a +1 to their attack based off Inspire Courage. If
That'd just
you're
be an
going to
8.
let it keep going.
Oh, the refund or the reroll from last week?
Yeah.
We wound up using that last night.
Oh. Readjusting the HP on these things.
So you want to adjust the wound box? That's the one that is basically it counts up in Fantasy Grounds. You know, if
I found out how to adjust their base HP. So they were wounded by the
Well, there's no reason to adjust the base HP.
That I found out how to do. I don't know how to adjust the wound box. So
You just click on it and type the new number.
Oh, okay. Well, now their base HP is adjusted to where they.
But it would be better if you use the wounds because it'll actually show us, hey, this one's actually taken damage, this one hasn't, etc.
Well, then I have to readjust them all back to 15 and then add the wounds.
Well, I'm just saying for future reference, preferably do that.
I will know that next time. All right, so you miss, and which one were you aiming for? Because it is being Alchemist Fire. You still do 1 damage on a miss. There we go. All right. You're 1 damage. Now you really pissed him off. So, initiatives, everyone.
Freeman, what is out there?
You hear Mr. Freeman yell out tentacle things.
Alright, it looks like Odd Socks is gonna need to drop out for tonight.
Oh. That's sad.
So
You take care, Odd Socks.
have a good night, Odd
Yeah.
Socks.
It's... Yeah.
Go ahead. It's fine.
Okay.
Get.
Alright, see ya.
So, what are we doing? Whose turn is it? What's going on? Come on.
All right, so back to the combat tracker, and if it will scroll up for me, it looks like it's Dark Mantle 13's turn. He flies over to the rogue that attacked him, and getting used to this still. So it should give me the attack. Come on. It's not list the attacks for these things.
There should be a little sword icon, or you can click. You should have a
Okay. There it is.
box that you can use off to the side.
And it will do its slam.
Duke.
And miss. Alright. Oops. Razor, it's your turn.
Hooray! Kill them all! Ah.
What is that sound?
Oh, is that coming through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, right, I forgot to turn that side off. Sorry. That is one of the Marten videos.
Marten.
I turned off the, you know. I
That's a
turned off
video
the
of me going
music.
to attack the Scrungler.
What?
It's just a video of me trying to attack the thing.
Wait, Wearable, you can talk?
Yeah, my family fucked off, so they're...
It's a
I don't have background
Christmas
noise.
miracle! He can speak! Sorry. Anyways, so yeah, I was moving over here, and that's not close enough for me to attack. Would I be able to attack it from here? I do have reach.
Yeah, if you have reach, yeah, you can.
Cool.
let me get
Ching!
scrungled by the scrungler.
Yep, I'm gonna let you deal with him. I'm gonna just sit behind you and attack over your shoulder.
Just don't roll a 1.
Also activating Elemental Assault
19,
again.
that's a hit.
Yay! Whoosh! Or more chop kind of thing. And fire!
You're doing it against the wrong Dark Mantle.
No? I did that against the one
Oh,
that
that's
you
14?
moved
Oh, yeah.
up to Terrence.
Oh, it was 14. Oops.
So, now that Razor is
Oh, this one's
in,
dead.
Sparks is gonna go in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And attack.
Is he going to bork bork nom nom?
You know, I honestly haven't really decided on his appearance yet. But maybe. He is definitely big and fluffy.
Two very good things to be.
Yes. I mean, little and fluffy is good too.
That is also good. I am little and fluffy. And I also Duke.
Yes, you go
Alright.
Duke. So I was not able to do the pounds. So I'm guessing full attack would be everything, but since I couldn't do a pounce, and I moved, I only get one attack?
Yep, you only get one attack.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna go with the claws because they do bleed.
That's a hit.
And slash! Rend their flesh from their... whatever they have. I don't know if they've got bones. Do they have bones?
Not really. They're
Kinda.
kind of like
It's hard
floating extraplanar squids.
Well, okay.
Kind of like
Calling them scrunglers. And they scrungle.
Alright, you guys focus on the others. Spark should have that one.
Alright. Knee.
Yes. In that case, let's see. I used my dancing lights around 13 to 14, so I'm going to move it over to about. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, it's a little bit behind the Dark Mantle 13 right now, since it
Alright.
only has a 10-foot move. And is that a full round action? No concentration check required. The light can move up to. Oh, it's 100 feet per round. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna put it right in between Dark Mantle 8 and Dark Mantle 9.
Okay. So you just move your lights.
It doesn't say that it takes an action.
Do you do anything else?
Is there any rocks nearby? May I do a perception check for that?
Sure, but there wouldn't be any rocks. There's bodies and swords and stuff.
Okay. In that case, I will grab one of the swords that are on the ground
Okay.
and proceed to yeet it at Dark Mantle 8.
Alright.
And this would fall under ranged.
Ranged, and it's throwing a sword would be using it as an improvised weapon, so it's at a -4.
Okay. So
You didn't take any crossbows or anything?
I did not.
I thought you were our ranged person.
I was going to be using a sling for that.
You didn't take sling bullets?
I wasn't able to grab any at the time, unless you were going to retcon me buying some.
Why would you use a sling?
Because that's the only thing I really have proficiency for.
You
Really?
have proficiency in crossbows as a bard.
Yeah.
My
I don't know.
proficiencies are simple weapons.
Crossbows are
Crossbow
simple.
is a simple weapon.
Okay. But still,
Yeah,
combat.
simple ranged weapons. You got a blowgun, a heavy crossbow, javelin, javelin of lightning, light crossbow, and sling.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and use the sling. And that is 13. Do I get...
And no. You just miss.
Oh. Okay. Well, that is my turn.
So they swat your sling bullet out of the air. Alright. Cartesia!
Oh boy.
The
Well,
orcs you have crossed paths with have all been slain by these terrible extraplanar creatures.
this is very displeasing.
What do you do? He really
Well,
should be
I
here, but yeah.
guess I can move down here and express my displeasure to this one.
Alright.
Now you listen here, young man. This is not a good thing to do. I'm sorry, that's just what I came to mind when you said that.
If you swing with a Bastard Sword, keep in mind it is a +1 weapon.
Certainly.
And you can use both hands on it if you want. Or one-handed.
You should probably add an actual bastard sword to your sheet.
I have.
Okay.
So
That is a hit.
well, nuts.
8 damage. Let me see. Is that thing still standing? That was Dark Mantle 9?
Yes.
Yes, it is still standing, but man, you did a grave hit on it.
And that's my minimum damage. Absolute minimum.
All
How
right.
unfortunate.
And it is Dark Mantle's 8 turn. Zim, even or odds?
Even.
All right. Cortesia. It moves up to attack you. Come on, give me.
Bring it on, should you have the ability.
And misses. Horribly. All right. Dark Mantle 9. It attacks you. Did I just roll damage on it? Not the attack? That. And try that again.
Well, no, you did an attack.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you've done 3 attacks to Cartesia now. And that'll tell you whether you hit or miss.
Okay. Well, for whatever reason, it rolled damage instead of... Okay, so... It rolled a crit.
You've rolled so many times, and now you're counting the crit.
No, it rolled the Dark Mantle 8 rolled. It got a 1. And then, for whatever reason, for Dark Mantle 9, it only rolled the damage.
Okay, so...
Yeah, okay.
I see the 2 attacks there that you rolled, which Fantasy Grounds will automatically roll a second attack to confirm the crit. And it'll say in the chat if it's confirmed or not.
And it's confirmed. So, the damage... Boop. You take 5 damage. And... it gets to make a grab check. Then doesn't grab you. Alright. So you get hit really hard by one of them after one misses you by a mile. But it doesn't grab onto you. Mr. Freeman. Your cleric's been gravely wounded. What do you do?
It's only 5 damage.
You guys are level 1.
Oh, if it's only that much, then I suppose I shouldn't heal myself and continue fighting. Thank you for the advice, Razor.
I'm gonna commit shoot gun at Dark Mantle 8 with the with my nice there's this Dragoon pistol.
I feel like in this kind of situation, I need to have everyone roll like a fortitude save or be deafened for a round.
Rank up.
I'm not going to do that, but shooting a gun in enclosed space. Everyone. All right, roll your attack. You definitely hit. Roll your damage.
How do I do that?
This should be right next to your attack, the damage. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. Man. So you have three very well. You got two very close to dead dark mantles and one injured one. All right, now it is Dark Mantle 13's turn.
And Dark Mantle 13 takes 2 bleed damage.
All right. And he's going to attack Sparks.
Get him, Sparks!
And miss.
Woo!
All right.
Oh, yay, Sparks'
Spark.
turn.
Wait, you already had your turn, didn't you? Yeah. You don't get a second turn. Frost, who's not here. Unidentified creature, who's not here. Saisu, who's not here. Razor, now it's your turn.
Okay, like I was saying, Sparks. Sparks is
What is
going
Sparks?
to do his full attack.
All right.
Boosh. Boosh. And ba-boom.
So the bite and the claws hit. So roll the damage for those.
Both the claws? Okay.
No, only one of the claws.
Well, specify.
I don't think it's going to matter much.
Alright.
Yeah, it's dead.
And now I'll have Razor go, and he's just gonna come over here.
Mantle 13.
And Clawblade. Shoom. No!
Your Clawblade misses. Just swings right by it.
Mending.
You think it's the dancing lights. You think the dancing lights just kind of got in your face.
Oh. So what you're saying
Distract
is
you.
it's all the bard's fault, and I need to kill the bard. Got it. I'm coming for you, bard.
All right,
Roll
Bard.
one, swing around towards you, 17 damage. Oops.
Why would you do that to me? What did I ever do to you?
All right, what does the Bard do? Two of the Dark Mantles have been slain.
I am going to.
One is gravely wounded.
And sadly, because of the taking action to be able to reload said sling, that's pretty much all I can do.
Okay.
Wait, what?
It takes a round action to reload your sling.
I forgot to do sneak attack, didn't I?
None of them are surprised, so you can't sneak attack. Unless you get behind one of them, or flank one of them.
Sneak attack's a bit harder to achieve in Pathfinder than it is 5e.
Oh.
And by a bit, I mean a lot. But if you get behind them, then I believe...
Or they're not able to see you.
Or they're not able to see you, or a number of different ways. Basically, you have to actually... They cannot be possibly anticipating your attack. Or actively anticipating.
If I like stealth and then hide and then pop out of somewhere and shoot them, would that count?
Yep. So if you broke line of sight and then rolled a hide check, next round you'd be able to shoot and get a... I don't see these things lasting more than a round, and the sneak attack,
Yeah, I don't
extra sneak
see
attack
it.
damage isn't going to matter really much.
Yeah.
Well then, it's only proper that I return what I am given.
All right. What do you do, Cartesia? You're hurting bad.
I am hurting. However, I could also kill one of them. But it would be more intelligent to heal myself. Oh, but Razor said it's only 5 damage, so I'm sure it's not
That
too
was
staggering.
not in character.
Did you specify that?
It's but a flesh wound.
Okay, and how would Razor in character know that there was an exact number value to the amount of damage that you took? Explain that to me, and then you can go on with this nonsense.
Guys, it's only 5 damage. What the hell does 5 damage mean?
Exactly.
I'm bleeding here. Alright, so what do you do, Cartesia?
The
Before you
smart
were
thing,
two floating...
smart thing would be to heal myself.
Remember, casting, you'd have to roll concentration.
Oh, wait, hold on. Concentration? What is that?
Do clerics need to roll concentration?
You're casting it with... You're going to provoke an attack of opportunity from both of them. If you cast.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, well, in that case, casting is a terrible idea.
Actually... there's a casting defensively thing that you can do. I don't know if it requires a, feat,
The defensive
but...
casting feat?
Casting defensively.
Yep. You must make a concentration check, DC 15, plus double the spell level. So for a level 1 spell would be DC 17. And concentration check is D20 plus your caster level. And the ability modifier for your spells. So if you're a cleric, that would be wisdom. So 1 plus your wisdom modifier. And you have to beat a DC 17 to cast defensively. Or you can just hit him with your sword.
Considering this is a rather frankly absurd situation.
That definitely hits.
Be dispatched.
That is well enough damage to kill it. And there's just one left.
Now let's
And
pray for survival.
It's its turn. It screeches and tries to attack you with its tentacles. Guys, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Another one, huh? Well, it was nice. I'm not rolling as a second character.
Cartesia is bleeding out. You still have many rounds of...
Yeah, it's a bit nicer in Pathfinder for, well, debatably nicer. Because right now, don't they have to go to negative their health now, or is it still negative 10?
It's negative their health.
Okay.
And they're only at negative 2.
We do have an influence for a party-wide reroll. Or for one reroll.
Oh, one reroll?
Yeah.
Do you want to reroll the slam attack?
I mean, technically that is an option. Alternatively, Razor does have a healer's kit.
Okay.
Can't use it in combat, but
Yep.
at the least you can
So,
be
Cartesia is
stabilized
unconscious.
and yeah.
Mr. Freeman. The tentacled thing just knocked your teammate unconscious. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoot that tentacle thing with my other gun.
All right. Roll your attack. I think your guns have... Your Dragoon pistol has 3 barrels, doesn't it?
I forget. Let me look at this thing
Yeah,
again. But
your
I've already shot
Dragoon-
it with my other.
I mean, it would be the same roll for. Well, actually, you'd have a +1 with the. Well, no, still the same.
Do you
roll.
want to move a bit closer before doing that roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're close enough to have it to resolve as a touch attack, which means it hits. So roll your damage.
Actually, he'd need to be even closer.
Is it 10 feet for the
Yeah.
coat pistol?
It's only 10 feet.
Well, from corner to corner, it's 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
I can get closer. It's not.
Yeah. All right, roll your damage.
Also, Digi, what armor do you have?
I have. Sorry. A breastplate, +1.
Okay.
All right. Zim,
Yay!
your companion has fallen before you. The dark mantle looks like it can fall at any time. Is it time for you to get your revenge?
Yes. Clawblade!
You hit. You cleave it in two.
Well,
is
but
destroyed.
There.
You extra kill it. It gets cleaved in two and burns to ashes from your fire.
Good. Okay. Healer's kit. He's going to.
That gives you a bonus on the heal check.
Yes.
All right. Who's trained in healing?
Is anybody trained in heal?
Don't worry.
Think you
The
can
other
use it
good
without
mind
being
character
trained?
can take the sword off my corpse.
It's something I can try and help with. So I think. Wait.
The first check mark is checked on mine, but not the second.
Same here.
The second one means that it is a class skill, but you can still put ranks in a non-class skill.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess since nobody else did it.
Okay. So you can use it without.
Haha!
All right. Cartesia is now stable.
Okay, guys. I say we kind of bunk up over here in this room and rest up a bit for Cartesia to get back up.
Do your first hour that acts as a full rest.
Yeah. Don't anybody speak at once?
Okay. So we're going to take a rest over in
One of the rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. Can I drag our unconscious friend?
Razor is gonna get Sparks to also be dragging, or at least, actually, I think Razor can, or not Razor, Sparks can do it by himself. So yeah, we're dragging Cartesia in there. And yeah, we're going to take our first hour-long rest. I don't actually know how recovering health during a rest works in Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, you get... Let's see.
I know that in original 3.5, it was like 1 HP an hour. And then after a long rest, you usually weren't back to full health.
Yeah. I think it's a D6. Let me double check. Bum, 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 bum. I used to remember these. Damage. Rest, okay. 1 hit point per character level. Then you get all your spells back.
What is it?
1 hit point per character level. And 1 point for each affected ability for ability damage.
So we're going to have to...
But I'm going to say it's 1d6 per character level.
I like that.
That's going to be my house roll.
I approve. 'Cause, yeah.
Yeah.
Resting for 16 hours just for them to come back conscious.
If you do a 24-hour rest, it's 2 hit points per character level.
They are so much more aggressive on that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I guess roll the d6 there, did you?
And anyone else who took damage. I don't think... Did anyone else take damage?
Mm-mm.
And how are you boarding up this room?
Well, I'm going to take some of the swords that I found,
Just use them as locks.
and I'm going to shove them between the door and the frame. Yes.
I actually have a thing for this, so, you know. I have the item Iron Spike, which is specifically designed for keeping doors open or closed.
Then, by all means, please. After you.
So yeah, I'm going to use some of the iron spikes to seal these doors.
But I will still take those swords.
Maybe we should have brought a cart and donkey.
I have a haversack.
So you take 5 rusty swords.
Okay.
So, Cartesia, how you doing there?
Sore and slightly frustrated.
So yeah, after an hour of gaining your wind, Cartesia regains consciousness. You're not dead.
Well, sorry, but I'm not exactly great at, putting people together, but I hope that I got it all put back right. At least I think
It's
that organ
sufficient.
was supposed to go there.
Nothing was hacked
Don't
off.
believe I was maimed so thoroughly.
Just got hit really
Oh.
hard and it knocked you unconscious.
You weren't? Huh.
I should kill myself now to avoid becoming an abomination.
It's not quite how it works.
I'm sure it'll be fine. You're alive! For now?
Yes, the same could be said to you.
Precisely. That's a way to look positive on things.
A complete sentence. For now.
Yep, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
And for anyone who's using daily abilities or anything, since of the rest, you get that back.
Sweet. I got my bardic inspiration back. Inspire courage.
And this is why
I
did
cannot hear you, Cookie.
Said, yeah, I got my inspire courage back.
It takes a long rest for me to regain spell slots, right?
This is considered a long rest. We just did
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah, three times a day I'm letting you guys do a long rest in an hour. Just because you guys would be in this dungeon forever.
Perhaps I should heal
That and
myself
each
and
long rest you guys do in this dungeon, I have to roll 8 times on the random encounter chart.
Duke.
perhaps I should cure myself and cease being a hindrance.
So, since we're going to be here a while, resting and recovering our wounds, would you like to tell me a little bit more about yourself?
Oh, me?
Cookie,
Yes.
you are still really quiet.
I have no idea why.
Well, it just your volume, like your voice itself, just goes down. I'll turn you up.
Sorry. I'm usually pretty soft-spoken IRL, so that might be it.
It might be.
Speak harder.
Harder!
Okay, Mr. Zim.
You're
I'll
a
be-
bard! Your words are supposed to be your weapon.
I don't have that level yet. I can't use power word kill yet, man. I can only do so much. I'm level 1.
Toss a coin to your razor.
Well, I feel fine now.
So, Cartesius.
And the priest touches themselves and feels better.
Physician, heal thyself. It's a phrase I was told often.
Hey, I did a bit of that. Kinda. I at least kept you from dying.
You staunched the wound.
Yes, and kudos to you.
Besides, you probably have a new heart or something.
Why?
Well, I thought it belonged to you. So I stuffed it back in.
Please say you didn't do that.
Well,
No, he would not have done that.
They weren't
she
attacking with
sheaths the blade.
bladed weapons.
So, Cartesia, if I may,
By all means.
tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Ah. a difficult topic, perhaps. I don't remember terribly much about myself. That may be due to this. And she will push a bit of her fuzz and hair aside to reveal a scar on going from the back of her head down her spine.
Did something try and eat your brain?
Hey, those don't exist in Pathfinder. That's illegal.
I did not say a single name. And there are other things that do eat brains in Pathfinder.
I know. All right. So now that you've done your healing, and the emergency is over, and the
However,
orcs who have given up have really given up.
supposedly, those who did know me knew my name, and supposedly, my family wasn't comprised of good people. So I decided it may be best to leave, because apparently they had been brought down with impunity, and I was assumed dead.
I don't have that clean of a backstory either. When I was a young boy, I lived on the streets and stole for my meals. So I understand having a not so clean past. You have no judgment from me. I understand what it takes to survive in this world. A little bit more than most people would believe.
I see.
So be proud that you're able to at least survive this long, and especially with the possibility of you being orphaned
Well,
as a younger child.
well, Serenrays, or Serenray, certainly reached out towards me, a goddess that sought for me to repent for my ways. A bit odd when I don't quite remember what I'm repenting for, but I'm not one to turn away from a new purpose.
That's very noble of you. Well, perhaps one day I may sing of some of your tales and how you have worked your way up from a very uncouth and shady past to probably somebody very high up in the church.
Well, one step at a time. I'll do what I can to assist where it is needed. However, I may be reckless in this pursuit if I believe it is. If something is in need, I will be offering assistance.
Well, I would suggest to be very mindful because some people like to abuse others' kindness.
Oh, most certainly. And for that I have. And she'll crack her knuckles. Stern answer.
I like you.
Thank you. I enjoy your company as well.
I hope this business relationship lasts for a very long time.
Oh, do you know?
Well, as long as I am living and have a job to do here, I don't expect we'll be parting from each other's company for quite the time.
Very good. And the rest of my group, Reza,
Hello.
Spot, would you like to tell me a little bit about your past?
Well, you could definitely say I'm not from around here. But I wanted to go on an adventure. Somewhere new. That and Sparks here couldn't really come with me to an adventure where, I was before. So we came here.
It's always good to see new things. Be able to have wonderful stories and tales of great fights and beautiful scenery. Perhaps one of these days I might pick your brain a little bit about some of your past underdoings.
I mean, you can certainly try. Honestly, there wasn't a whole or a whole lot that I did, because, this is kind of my first adventure. But I read a lot of books about what not to do, like, split the party. Definitely a bad idea.
Ah, yes, as per my song earlier. So, is there anything that you specialize in?
Summoning friends.
Ah, so you're a summoner?
But of course.
Very good, very good.
It was very interesting to figure out how to do a reverse summoning, though.
Reverse summoning?
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm not from here.
So, you did teleportation magic?
I'm not really certain what I did. All I know is I achieved my goal.
Perhaps planar shifting? I heard tell of some great wizards that are capable of doing it.
He's just kind of giving you a blank look. Maybe?
Well, it doesn't matter how you got here. I'm just glad that I have somebody like you, and of course your friend here, Sparks, to have my back. I may not be of much assistance, at least combat-wise. However, I will make sure that your memories live on far longer than your lifespan.
Are you planning to kill me?
No, I'm planning on creating ballads, poems, works of art, things to keep your memory alive throughout history.
Oh. Like a book.
Exactly.
Well, go ahead. I would love to see a book about myself someday.
Sounds very good. And I'll make sure to embellish it a little bit. Something to help, you know, get cells going.
True, he's hardly marketable in his current state.
I'm not sure what that means, but thank you.
Well, as for me, I grew up in a very poor area. My parents are still alive. They are just having to work constantly. My dad works as a stonemason, and my mother works at an inn as one of the bar wenches. We're not exactly the richest of families, and sometimes I try to help them out as much as possible. Sadly, my dad has a little bit of a gambling habit. and a lot of family money gets to be given away to these
Rank
places.
up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not
Due to
fall.
that, I was mostly having to steal from, local vendors for food, like apples or some scraps of meat. I've gotten pretty good with a lot of it. Had a few run-ins with the Thieves Guild due to it. They tried to recruit me, but no, I was more of a outspoken person. I wanted to be creative, to create works of art, to do something that will outlast my lifespan. So I went to a bard college. Sadly, I wasn't able to attend for long due to tuition. But the few months I was there, I learned quite a bit. And hopefully, I might be able to self-teach myself. If you guys have any formal questions for me, be, feel free to ask.
Well, what about
Well,
you over there with the pistol?
Oh, me, I'm not that interesting. I just go where the work takes me.
Well, now that just says you're interesting. Trying to avoid telling about yourself. That just screams interesting. You're a criminal, aren't you?
Just smiles.
You're on the run from the law.
Calvin he's just looking at you and just smiling. Just when you think of whatever you want to think.
I'll figure you out.
Duke.
Well, you can have fun doing that.
Marten, 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 Marten. Marten.
All right.
Marten.
So are you guys arrested yet?
I don't know. Are we air classed?
Are you guys arrested?
Yes, I am.
All right. So where do you guys go?
I believe possibly going north to where the rat swarm was
Okay.
might be a good choice. I'd like to see what they were possibly guarding.
All right. Does anyone go with you?
If possible, I might want to get the owner of the spikes to remove it from the door.
Oh.
Fine, I suppose. You
I'm
don't want
not
to be
very
trapped
strong.
in here forever?
I don't think you guys would like it.
Fair, fair. Well then, away!
All right. Move your characters. It's the same dark rooms you were in before. As you approach the door, perception checks.
Boosh. And scadaboom.
Let's see. Is that everyone? Cortesia? Are you joining the group, or are you just staying back there?
That's right. I need to keep pace.
You feel the sword urging you to move further in the dungeon. Roll your perception. All right, so everyone but Razor hears slight squeaking sounds. To the down the hallway. Not directly across from the door, but down the hallway from the door.
Duke.
Some crunching noises. And the sound of
his hammock. And now it is not very convenient.
Small feet against stone. For those who've made incredibly nice skill checks. So there is some. So you guys all hear something down the hallway, but not just across the door. So it's not across the door, but further down the hallway. To your
left.
To the east.
Well, Sparks would probably have let Razor know what he was hearing, and Razor would tell Sparks to go first.
Sparks gonna roll his stealth.
Oh yeah, that is a thing.
Are you gonna let the thief go first, or?
I will follow suit.
All right. So you don't get a chance to sneak up on him. Sparks fails to sneak up on the group of six dire fiendish rats. Very, very fat rats, and they're gnawing on the corpse of a kobold.
The poor kobold.
Initiatives.
Finally, I rolled a good initiative.
All right.
Waiting on Wernimal.
We still have Wernimal?
At least I think he's still here. Wernimal!
So he's not here, we might want to just finish on a cliffhanger.
I mean, I guess we could. Oh wait, nope, there it is.
There it is. All right. So, I'm going to put him at 18.5. Nee, you get to go first.
Okay, so they haven't seen me, right?
They have not seen you, no.
Okay. I'm gonna stealth. They see me.
Well, they
They
don't
know
see
I
you until
expect-
you cross into the line of sight. But...
You're going through the door and just slam into the door instead. And
So what do? They are flat-footed to you.
wait, what?
They have not acted yet, so they're still flat-footed.
In that case, I will move up here. And I will attack Dire Rat 2 with Sling.
All right, roll your attack.
Okay.
And you miss.
That's not really the way you're supposed to be rolling attacks, by the way.
Okay.
Go to the Actions tab on your sheet, and if you added the weapon to your sheet, then you should
I did.
automatically have it on there.
Okay.
And then you've got an attack as well as a damage roll that you can do from the Actions tab to make it much faster and easier for the DM.
So, like this?
Yes, but drop it on an enemy. You can do so either on the combat tracker or on the map.
Okay.
You set them up as targets? What are you doing?
I have no idea. I haven't gotten this far. Where is the combat tracker?
Combat tracker is in the upper right, the crossed
Okay.
swords.
Okay. Thank you. Now that second roll that I did with the sling, I'm not expecting you to let me use it. I accept my 7 earlier.
Okay. Now it is Dire Rat's 20's turn. I'm just reminded of Dire Wolf 20. No one's on a grid. I'm guessing you are on this grid. Or that grid.
I was taking up a partial square. I got a 50-foot range with the sling, so
Well, yes, but we are all in superposition.
mhm.
So we should
Okay.
fix that.
There.
There.
You
All
too,
right.
Wernimal.
And it goes to bite at knee.
Oh, no.
Every time that I hear that name, I just want to go,
Same. That's all I can think of when I hear it.
I used to be an adventurer like you, and then I took the arrow to the knee.
I was honestly thinking about playing a fighter at one point, and
It's that same need.
and play a ranged knight, so I could be, the knight who says "knee."
Oh, right.
No,
That
you'd be the
appears to have
knight who
hit.
is knee.
The knight
Yes.
who is knee.
Okay.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
You take 1 damage, and you need to make a fort save.
Oof. Fortitude is
You
not my
have
strong suit.
filth fever.
Did I?
Takes 2. Onset is... There's no D3, is there? This divided by
Would
2.
help if I didn't, mute myself when I meant to unmute myself to talk. Right-click on the D6, and there's custom dice, and then you can
okay.
select D3 or D2. Boosh.
Boosh. All right.
So
it's going to take 3 days for this to onset. So, you have a while. And that is
how long will it take to get over it?
2 consecutive saves.
Oh.
Think how deep in the dungeon you guys are gonna be before you get sick. All right, and next is Dirat 4. 5, 10, 15. It takes its entire turn to move here, but doesn't attack.
Excellent.
All right.
Truly.
And then Dirat 2.
Excellent. By the way, how wide is this hallway?
It's 5 feet wide.
Crap.
Dirat 2 moves about, so you may want to try an overrun.
Oh,
Dirat 2 moves there. And can no longer move. Razor, it's now your turn.
Alright. Razor and Sparks are gonna swap spots. I hope that's allowed.
Yes. You can squeeze past each other.
Okay. So, Razor will swing with his claw blade, bringing it low and twisting it so the point of it stabs into or completely misses. Either way.
Rip. You miss.
Well, I tried. It was nice knowing you, Nee.
Thank you.
How does holding an action work in this? Like
You
basically
declare the action,
Mhm.
and it moves your initiative back.
Because basically, I want to have Sparks hold his action to take the spot if Nee vacates it.
Okay.
I allow him to occupy the same square.
I don't think that's something that
No.
can be done.
Unless you had chosen to fall prone on your turn.
Can I choose to hug the wall?
No.
Done. But it's such a beautiful wall.
So, anyways, can Sparks hold his action to take Knee's spot or
Yes. If he
move
vacates,
out?
yeah. Yeah, he can do that.
Okay.
I'll just allow it.
Cool.
Dirat
Basically, as
11.
soon as there's an opening, he's moving up.
It's gonna go to the corpse in the corner and keep gnawing on it.
Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom.
Same for these.
Nom, 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 nom. Oh,
All
hey,
right,
Sparks' turn.
Mr. Freeman.
Hey, you forgot Sparks.
He's holding his action.
Fine.
I don't know what I can do here. Kind of the back
You
of
have
the line.
guns.
Yeah, you've got your.
Yeah, I gotta shoot it past everyone.
Yeah, you can
Just
shoot past
don't-
everyone.
Just don't
You
roll a
have
one.
precise shot.
Yeah, you've got precise shots, so you don't have to worry about doing that. The only thing I would say is use the Dragoon pistol because you are too far away to do a touch attack. Do it against the touch attack with your other pistol.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the Dragoon against this one right in front of us.
And you hit. Roll your damage.
Pew!
Which one
Alright.
was that? That was 4, right?
Oh, yeah, you need to roll the damage directly onto them. Drop the damage on them. Just make it easier on Ericlast.
Okay. Oops. I meant to do that, but for some reason I derped.
Well, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
Do it! Do it.
I
and your
just
transformation
roll again,
to the
or-
dark side
Yeah,
will
just
be
go ahead.
complete.
Learning
Yeah, just roll
experience.
again. There you go. One more damage.
All right. Dire at 8. He's going to keep nibbling the corpse. Frost is going to stay in the corner. Cartesia!
Frost is in timeout.
It is time for me then. Well, there isn't terribly much I can do from this vantage point, however. I have the spear, but I don't think even with that range I'd be able to hit anything.
I knew I should have added more reach to my sword.
Oh, there's nothing
Could
much that
attempt
can
a
be done.
combat maneuver called Overrun.
Overrun.
Yep.
Don't forget that most of them are completely brand new to this system, and I am pretty new to it as well. So I don't even know what that is. So why don't you explain it, Ericlast?
So, Overrun is as a standard action taken part of your move. You can attempt to overrun your target moving through its square. You roll a combat maneuver check against its combat maneuver check. And if you exceed it, you successfully move through its space. If you succeed it by 5 or more, you knock it prone.
What happens if you fail? Because, like, right here,
If you
we don't...
fail, you wind up squeezed into the same spot as your ally. And probably fall prone.
Ah. Well, since we now know about that, can we go back and have Sparks try that?
Okay, if you want to have Sparks try that, go ahead. I'll allow you to.
It'll at least clear up some space in this hallway.
Yep.
So, combat maneuver.
Yep.
Ooh!
What is the Dire Rats CMB?
For the record, for combat maneuvers, guys, it's on the combat tab on your character sheet, and it's down in the bottom left. CMB for boy.
Its combat and maneuver defense is only 12, so you knock it prone.
Whee! And he rushes through, sails
It provoke
through
an
it.
attack of opportunity because he doesn't have improved overrun.
Oh. Actually, that reminds me. I forgot to add his feet. But that's okay. I'll add it now. It was going to be weapon focus.
So Dire Rat 11 on Sparks.
There are a lot of different combat maneuvers you guys can do. I'm familiar with Trip, as well as Disarm and Sunder. But there are even more than that you can do in this
Doesn't matter
system.
because it misses. So Cartesia, do you wish, now that it's back to your turn, you can actually just move through its square because it's prone.
Well, I suppose that wouldn't be a terrible idea. However, I'm going to use my spear.
Okay. Roll your attack. Oof. That was so close.
Terribly unfortunate.
All right. Nee. You've been bitten. Those are some gnarly looking creatures. You think it may get infected later.
And you might turn into a were-rat. Oh no, the horror. That would
One
be
could only.
terrible. Right, were-animal?
Yeah.
Who could possibly want that?
Yeah, who could want that?
All right, Nee, what do you do?
I'm gonna go ahead and use my breath weapon on him.
Okay.
Going to try and line it up to where that I can hit Direct 4, 20, and 2. It is a 15-foot cone.
I
How
think you
do
can, from one corner, you can... Yeah, you can set that up from one corner and not hit sparks.
Yeah.
And get all three. I'll
Okay.
allow that.
How do you want me to roll that?
So this isn't the sleep one?
No, we
Okay.
suggested not to do that one due to it being a little bit too overpowered.
They get... What's the save, DC?
DC is 10 plus half hit die plus con. If you're rounding up, it would be 12.
Reflex. No, you round down.
Okay. Round down, so it's
Wait,
going
no.
to be 11.
No, you have to... Yeah, 11.
Yeah. If it's round down, it's 11. If it's round to nearest hole...
You always round down.
Okay.
Let's see. And its reflex save is plus 5. 5. So I'll start with Direct 4 first.
Okay.
So he saves and takes... Is it half damage?
Yes.
Alright. Do you want to go ahead and roll your damage? It'll be the same for all three.
Okay.
So he
6.
takes 3 damage. That is Direct 4 takes 3. Oh, he's dead. There we go, he died. Direct 20. He crit succeeded, but still takes half damage. And Direct 2. Succeeded, still takes half damage. They're looking pretty bad. Alright. Direct 20 is gonna bite at you, Nee, for breathing on him.
Okay.
It's very angry now.
I'm pretty sure it is.
But it misses.
Yes. Thank you, Dodge.
D3. Dire 2 is going to move up and try to attack you, Nee.
Okay.
And misses. Razor! So you see, is it a fire breath?
What?
Cold.
Cold?
Yes.
So you see an ice breath come out of your compatriot, and he kills one of the fiendish dire rats.
Ooh. Well. Wait, when the hell
Then they
did I
fail
get
at
a
attacking him
pistol?
back. Did you pickpocket the pistol off the rogue?
Oh, right. Okay, I remember why I've got a pistol. Yes, I pickpocketed it off the rogue. Sorry, rogue. No, I had added one to my inventory to set up the Dragoon pistol because it's not in Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, okay.
To compare and make sure I set it up right and forgot to remove it. Sorry, it was just random when I was looking through my list here and I'm like, wait, why do I have this?
Psionic Phase Blade.
I wish I could do more with the spells, but I'm just gonna stick with the claw blade. Shing! Whoosh.
You miss.
Alright, Sparks is gonna bite Dire 2. Hey!
That's a hit. Roll your damage.
And then 2 claw attacks on Dire 20.
Those both hit.
Woohoo! And it's now bleeding.
And they are dead.
Alright, well that's it for Razor's turn.
Alright. Now it is Dire Rat 11's turn. He's going to move up and attack Sparks. He's going to charge. So modifier 2. And Sparks. And probably miss. Does 11 miss? Yeah. Dire Rat 19. He's gonna charge Cartesia. Two.
Foul thing.
Find you. And miss. Mr. Freeman, it is now your turn. What do you wish to do? You can move up and pull out your dagger and stab one of those things in the back.
There's a good suggestion. Could do that.
Or just shoot one.
But yeah, I don't really want to get up and personal with these rats, so I'm gonna just
Yeah, the bite they gave the bard is pretty gnarly looking.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take another shot at it. Wait, how does the reloading with the Dragoon pistol work?
You're reloading cartridges. It takes a move action to reload.
So I could just do that and then shoot it.
Yep. Well, you have 3 barrels too, so you can just shoot off one of the other barrels too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I must shoot off another barrel then.
Okay.
Shoot this one.
You miss.
Darn.
All right. Dire at 8. It's going to move up and attack Sparks.
Bring it on!
You miss.
If they fell him now, he will simply come back more powerful than they can imagine.
Cartesia, there's a rat gnawing at your boots.
Either that or his friends would show up. One of the two.
How unpleasant. Ray's spear stabbed directly down.
Roll your damage.
Choke.
I think that killed it. Oh, yeah.
It is supremely dead.
You just ran your spear right through it. You shish kebabbed it.
Oh dear, I seem to be stuck in the floor.
There's no dire
There
rat.
we go.
Dire rat just stuck to your spear. It went all the way through.
Huh. Well, if you don't kill the other one, I could start a kebab.
Neat.
Yes.
Neat.
Neat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move this way.
All right. Behind the rogue?
No, behind Razor.
Okay.
Collapse your superpositions.
And then I am going to hold action as defensive.
Okay. Razor, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have Sparks go first and do a bite.
That hits.
Chomp. And a claw. And then another claw on the other one. Ooh!
You can crit these.
Ha ha! And I assume the other one hits as
My
well.
kebab.
That's a very dead rat. Yeah. I do believe they're both dead.
Ha ha!
Yep, they are dead.
I mean, technically they're just dying, but still.
I doubt you guys are going to stabilize the fiendish rats.
Alright, so Razor is going to go over and pull out his healer kit to start trying to stabilize one of them. He's going to
Okay.
make a pet out of it.
You can't make a pet out of these.
Why?
Well, one, do you have handle animal?
Yes, actually. That was my background skill.
They're
Okay, we got the DM to
Tail.
sigh. We've accomplished something this session.
They're fiendish, though. They're magical beasts.
But they still have the intelligence of a standard rat, don't they? So they're a little demonic. What's the big deal?
Well, where do I begin exactly?
Hey, people from other planes are people too.
I won't contest that point, but
All right. I mean, if you really want to, I'll let you make the rolls.
No, I don't really care about that. Now, if we find a wolf or a marten or, something else like those...
I am a Marten.
Oh, good point.
I found a Marten. I found the Marten. He's right behind me.
Duke.
Good point.
Duke.
Good point.
Duke.
So 24 on my handle animal to make Terrence my pet.
oh look, there's something for my kebab.
No, do not add my
Duke.
pet to your kebab.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not aiming at that.
Okay, this one I'm gonna feed through Discord.
No. I'm looking at something a little larger.
Marten does bark. I
He
mean,
barks at
Marten
you.
is medium-sized.
So do you start a little fire and eat the disease-ridden fiendish rat?
Ugh, no.
Gracious me.
All right. So to the south, you have the corpse, the skeleton of a kobold that's been kind of chewed and gnawed on by rats. It was wearing some leather armor, but it's in tatters. There's not much of it left.
Razor will go ahead and go look around down there, see if there's anything of interest that he might want. Cautiously. Very cautiously. Because he still remembers what happened with the door. That I'm pretty sure was not trapped originally, but the DM decided to punish me for no reason.
What is this DM you're talking about?
I am clearly saying all of this out of character. And besides, the DM is this... you've got the gods, and then you've got the DM, who is even more powerful. Nobody really knows his true identity or name. They just give him this title of Dungeon Master.
Sounds like one of my old clerics. The cleric of the DM.
Sounds like
It was
Is that
really
the
great
cleric?
because you'll randomly stop and go, wait, everybody stop. I hear dice rolling.
All right, guys. So we're going to step away for a moment here. I need to go prepare an offering for the DM. Steps away from the table, calls Pizza Hut. Make sure he gets the DM's best or most favorite pizza, so he gets bonuses to all his rolls.
So which way are you having him look?
I don't like the way you said that. But down this way, near where the corpse is.
Okay. You have a closed door.
Nothing else?
No.
No?
Oh, your
About that
perception
kobold
check.
corpse.
The kobold corpse, some tethered leather, and a closed door and the stone walls. You see nothing off about the door or the room. Spock sees nothing off about the door or the room.
I don't believe you. Hey, why don't you should come check this door. Just in case.
Okay.
Oh, not you. Neat, get back over here.
Yes.
What's so special about this door?
So that thing you're using, that sling, yeah, it's garbage.
Well,
Take
yeah,
this.
it made it out of a piece of canvas.
Well, here, take this.
What is it?
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Oh.
Okay. So in the upper right, you can click the 3 people icon for the party sheet, then go to inventory. And you can click and drag from the... but then you can click and drag the little dragon icon from the party sheet under parcel items to move those to your personal inventory.
Okay.
It's dangerous to use what you're using. Take this.
Thank you.
There's actually 40 bolts, but I didn't want to, drag each one individually. So,
Oh, what I'll do is in my actions tab, I'll put 40 in it.
That works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this will work much better for you.
Yeah, I believe so.
Great. Now, where's that rogue? Pet!
We're animal.
Did you fall asleep?
I'm getting close to that.
Oh, it is actually time for us to end. And I forgot to set up the credits. Keep entertaining them for... Well, no, I'll just do it after the session. We'll go without the
Alvin Dukes.
logo and stuff.
This is a good place
Terrence Dukes at Razor.
I'm going to do a perform check.
Duke.
Both the loot, which I do have a question about that real quick. Can I augment performance checks with song or with spells?
What are you seeking to do?
Make it to where that it sounds like there's more instruments than what I have. Via the ghost sound.
I believe that is something that is built into Ghost Sound.
You can do that with Ghost Sound.
Okay.
You're just making your music louder.
Not just that, but adding like drums and.
Yeah, you could do that.
A guitar solo.
Well, I already have the lute.
Well, yeah, but you don't
Electric
have a
guitar solo.
Yeah.
Electric guitar solo.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because some people aren't, some DMs aren't very okay with doing skill check augmentations, such as that.
Don't forget to add the triangle too. And the harp.
I was going to do the cowbell, the
I
drums,
suppose that's acceptable.
and the alto saxophone.
Kind of boring, but I guess those work. All right. Well, everybody, thank you all so much for joining us for Infinite Unknowns Pathfinder. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. You guys, I cannot do this without your support, so thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow with more streaming. I hope to see you all here for that. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/ZGFgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing it around. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fundest adieu.
Duke.
Duke.
Merp. Merp.
Duke. Duke.
Merp.
Duke.
Merp.
Enter
Growl.
Dragon Voices here.
Bye-bye!
So the war begins.